Come on, you ornery cuss. What in the same hell? Here we go. Well, how about that? It looks like. Looks like we are going to have one technical difficulty. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For some reason, I do not have any volume here. I'm almost afraid to touch any buttons on here after that menagerie. So what's up, guys? Long time no chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah. Well, you know, when Jan and Jay got back from Tennessee last week, one of the very first things she said to me was, "You need to have Jarod and Lora on." I said, "Well, I had them on the old channel, but I haven't had them on the new one yet." And then I seen you guys on Wednesday evening, and it's like, "Yep, I'm gonna ask them."
And naturally, we couldn't say no to our awesome brother.
Yeah, I miss you guys. We gotta find a way to get together somehow. I know that I know my partner in crime with the investigations. She's a little anxious to travel a little bit. So in the spring, me, Lisa, Jan, and Jay may have to converge on McMinnville, Tennessee.
I think that we would love that.
I know we'll be holding the
I'm
place
sure
down.
there's a Red Roof Inn or something down there cheap we can stay in. I mean, not Jay cheap, but I mean, you know, cheap.
We got a Hamptons Inn and we got a Best Western.
Yeah, Jay's in here too. I'm going to get smacked amongst my head and shoulders for that one. Oh, let me see here. Who else here right now? There's Jan and Jay.
What's up,
and
man?
Jan and Jay and Jay and Jan and Jan and Jay.
The gang's all here.
The gang is all here. I ain't staying no Red Roof Inn again. Believe it or not, Jan, I have stayed in some Red Roof Inns that were pretty nice. I don't know what the hell happened with y'all's trip up here, but I have stayed in some Red Roof Inns down south and everything that were just they were the cats me out. I mean, they were nice.
I'm telling you, brother, when we went to
North Carolina.
Yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina for the YouTube family reunion up there, man. We got up there and we went, you know, we stayed at a Best Western. I was expecting it to be, you know, great and everything. Oh my God, that was one of the worst hotels I'd ever stayed. Now, normally Best Western, you know, is great hotels.
Not that one.
Not that one.
That one was a cut below the rest.
Yeah. Sean, what's going on, my brother? Man.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean. Good to see you, bud. So when you heading up this way, Sean? I know you said last week you were going to you were coming to Michigan. When you
I think he's already been. I think because I know he was just with Rob the other day.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. So I was trying to think of a way that I could get him down this way and check out some Mississippian burial mounds with me.
That'd be awesome.
We have some Indian burial mounds.
He was there Tuesday.
15 minutes away from here. Hey, Ian, good to see you, bud. Went there this past Tuesday. Yep, I missed out. Go figure, day late and a dollar short. That's the story of my life.
Yeah, because we did the trivia with Pat Rican, and that's when he got excited and told the answer.
Yeah.
It's like, Sean, you're supposed to tell the answer when it's your turn. He's like, oh, sorry. He got excited.
So what have you guys been up to since we talked last? I noticed you're not just doing the paranormal thing now. Now you're doing like Appalachia folklore and.
Turned out, like I said, I was in a live stream once, and I don't know. Like I said, I just started, you know, they were talking about old stories and stuff like that, you know, when I started telling a few old stories that my grandpa had told me passed down. Because when I was little growing up, you know, a lot of the other kids wanted to go out and play and things like that and everything. Well, when the older folks were sitting around telling stories, I wanted to be there. That's where I wanted to be. So I've absorbed all these stories throughout the years and everything. Well, I just started sharing a few of them. And everybody started messaging me and telling me, man, you know, you got to start telling some stories. You got to tell more, you know, and everything. So I started doing that, man. It just went from there.
Oh, wow. Very, very cool. We're gonna get with them next year. Well, hopefully we can make it just a big trip. I know, Jan. I love Appalachian stories too. There's some amazing ones. I just ran across a video the other day. The oldest, most haunted cemetery in Appalachia.
Wow.
So, I mean, if it's the oldest, then you're talking, oh my God, when was Grandfather Mountain and everything? When did the Scottish
Yeah, I started saying,
move into that area.
Scots, Irish, all come over and stuff like that and everything. Oh man, that would have to be
17.
early 1700s, maybe even a little earlier than that. Not exactly sure exactly.
Well, we know where that one cemetery is that nobody knows about.
There's one cemetery here we know of. Yeah, it's from the early 1700s, and there was a guy in it from the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and that's where we took Adam home with us accidentally, and we've never took anybody there. I don't even remember how to get to it exactly. So.
So what else? What else y'all been up to?
Oh man, like I said, a little bit of everything. Been working, like I said, trying to get my channel built up. Like I said, finally got my monetization. So like I said, been trying to kick out some cool content over there, things like that. Like I said, everything's just been crazy, man.
Oh, I'm sure. I know that. I think that's what we're all trying to do right now is get our channels built up, find our own little niches, and get our channels built up. And
yeah, that's like me. You know, I started out doing paranormal and comedy stuff, which I still do some comedy stuff, everything. But what I told people is what's really wild about it is sometimes you never really know. Is sometimes your channel will pretty much take a direction all on its own. You just kind of have to follow it.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. Now I remember here a short time ago, the two of you done a what was it? The tortilla challenge.
The tortilla slap challenge. That was my idea.
Yeah.
Jared, she kicked your ass, dude.
Did man? She handed it to me. I had it under my arm when we left.
I'm sitting there watching. I'm watching that video, and you're like, and she just,
yeah, she ran back to like Mississippi.
I told him. I said, "Don't take it easy. That's the point of this. It's supposed to be like that." And he just smacking the end of my nose. I'm like, "Well, prepare, pal. I'm gonna smack teetotal crap out of you."
I was waiting for him to do the Exorcist thing and just watch his head sit there and spin like a corkscrew.
Man, I'm surprised it didn't.
I did end up losing the game because I laughed at him, but I still won because I did directly spit into his face. So,
yeah. Jay, we're feeling better now. Thank you so much, brother, man. Hope y'all get to feeling better too, man. Like I said, we definitely got y'all in our prayers, man.
I wouldn't be sick. Yeah, we discussed that this morning, Jan. You'd probably still be healthy. You would have stayed in Tennessee.
I don't know. It's there's a lot of the sicknesses running rampant around here right now. In this town,
oh, is there?
You go back up toward the mountains where there's a lot of fresh air and stuff and everything.
Well, we're not on the mountain no more. We're down here in the valley, and it's crazy.
So you guys are just outside of town then?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured you was. Y'all just don't strike me as city dwellers.
Man, I gotta tell you, brother. I mean, even where we live now, man, like I said, I get so homesick for the mountains. Yeah.
No, I was 2 hours away from the foot. Well, no, I was about an hour away from the hills where I lived at, and when we go down to visit Mom and Pop, and I'll tell you what, one of the very first places they take me, go over to the Tennessee River, right there, not very far from the nuclear plant, and head straight into the foothills, just so I can get out there and get some fresh air. Hey KG, hey Wook, good to see you guys.
What's up, fam? But yeah, man,
I had
getting up
I
early.
had those two yahoos up here last week. That was fun. Wookie and KG when she first. As a matter of fact, the day after she got here, they were up here sitting in my living room.
Hey, right on.
Loved it. I wish it would have been earlier in the day so we could have spent more time together. But I finally had to kick out at like 9:30, something like that, because Grandma wanted to go to bed and KG was sitting on her bed. So
Move or lose it, pal.
Well, you know.
well, Grandma sleeps on the couch. That's where she's always slept at, and that's where she'll always sleep at. And yeah, we were in the living room. Wife was in bed because she had to get up at 5 the next morning and go to work. And Grandma decided it was time to go to bed, so I had to boot them out and send them back down to Lafayette. Well, down Lafayette way. Stagnant. Let me see, make sure I've not missed anything yet. Nope, nothing yet. So, let's talk about some of your most recent adventures, guys. I mean, you've done a lot since we talked last.
Oh yeah, man, we've definitely done a little bit of everything, which is one thing both of us always try to do is, I always try to keep it fresh and do something different and everything. Sometimes, if we notice we hadn't done one thing in a while, we'll try to go back and do that, or something. Just kind of try to keep it different. But yeah, like I said, we got into a little bit of everything, especially with this one and the challenges. And yeah, of course, yeah. And then you got these. So what was the other we did? We did the taste test, the Australian taste test.
We did the Australian taste test, the British food taste test. We've done the sour challenge twice.
Lord, I hate it. Oh my goodness.
I don't have sour taste buds, but that doesn't work for me.
I believe I got my half annual.
Probably. We've done weird food tasting. We even done some slang words from other countries.
Hey, Tony.
See if we can try to figure out what those words.
Yeah.
And then
Now, have you guys done the one chip challenge?
I cannot do anything with spice. I have a peptic ulcer the size of $50.
Oh, damn! Ouch!
And I do about as good with hot as I do with sour stuff. So just out of respect to her not being able to do it, I don't do it either.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
Well, we all know that. That's beside
Chicken.
So nobody here does hot either except me. So I keep 3 or 4 different kinds of hot sauce in the fridge. And
the bad thing about it is I like hot stuff. I can't have it anymore.
If I had 3 or 4 bottles of hot sauce in the fridge, it would definitely be as a reminder to stay away from it.
You're really dumb.
Now, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I'll slip a few shakes of cayenne pepper into my chili or something like that, just kick up the flavor a little bit. And even Grandma, 84 years old, like, oh, this is so good. And my wife's sitting in there drinking milk and water and an iced tea, and it's like, you big vagina, quit complaining. Grandma's out there eating it.
I'll be right there with you, man. I'll be in there gargling with ice cubes.
I spent too much time in Texas. I got used to authentic Mexican cooking, so.
Oh, Lord.
When you're doing all that ice water and everything, you're just mixing the capsaicin around and making it worse. You just got to let it burn off.
Yeah, but my me would feel better about it.
Yeah, but you're doing mischief by doing all that.
No, it's when I go in the bathroom when I do myself a mischief.
No, that's when you do the bathroom a mischief.
And that too.
So, since we talked last, what is the scariest place that you guys have gone to? And I mean, if you have different choices on that, I'll give you both a chance to speak on it because I know that Queen Lora TV's building up there and everything. So I'll let you both take your turns on your choices of the scariest places you've been.
You go ahead, because
No,
I ain't.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Jarod.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it. I don't.
Well,
I
he's
want.
just saying the scariest location we've ever been to. In your opinion, what would it be?
In my opinion, because of how everybody else reacted, was your family cemetery at night.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I was not scared, but I can't say that for everybody else.
Well, we all know I was there. I was scared before we even got there.
Yeah, you were scared. Was still here at the house putting our stuff in a bag.
Yeah. But with me, probably the scariest place I've ever been to so far would probably have to be the Voodoo Witch Cemetery. That place, oh my goodness! Like I said, I've done a couple of videos there, and I was there one night, and we were doing I think I was doing like an alone challenge. I think is what it was. And I'm out in this place. It's a pretty good sized cemetery, and I'm there, And what makes it kind of scary too is there's a witch that was buried there, and she back in I think it was like the 60s, 50s or 60s, something like that. She was practicing witchcraft, but she was also mixing it with voodoo, and she had a lot of followers. And then even after she passed, even to this very day, there's people that'll go up there and take little chips off of her tombstone because they think it holds power, and they still do rituals right there in the cemetery. Well, I'm up there looking around, and I see this fog. It's the only way I know to describe it. Out of the corner of my eye, and I turn and look, and it's like a fog, but it's shaped like a wolf, and it jumps from one tree to another, and then just vanishes. Well, that scared me, and I started turning back, and I turn around. When I do, I see a set of glowing eyes looking at me. I scream, stumble back, fall over her head. It turns out to be a deer. She's laughing at me. I jump up and take off running.
The scariest thing about that was the skunk that chased me out of it.
And there's a skunk that resides there.
The skunk.
Please tell me that's on film somewhere, though.
It actually is.
And so is the skunk.
Jarod screaming, tripping over a tombstone.
I ran into a tree too, yeah, which is all on film.
Oh my God. Those are the outtakes I love. That's why if I have outtakes, I try to put them at the end of my videos because that is the stuff that gets people rolling.
It is.
Oh.
The skunk part, that whole video, I ended up having to turn it into just a kind of blooper video because it was raining. I had to keep the lights off because we were close enough to a business that the people were coming outside to try to see what we were doing. So I was out there with my light off trying to tell them to go away. And so I couldn't hear anything because of the rain. Couldn't see anything because I had to keep the light off. But then I started to smell something, and I knowed I didn't fart.
I thought it was just one that snuck up on us.
So you wasn't even in there at that time. I was by myself.
I'm talking about the fart. Them things can linger.
So I turned around and turned my flashlight on, and when I did, here's this fat little skunk just waddling his way over to me, and I'm like, "Oh no, you don't! You just skit." He chased me out.
Wow.
He was a little fat thing. I mean,
he didn't even walk. He waddled.
But that was enough to tell me that if he's that big, then his smell is going to be that big.
Oh yeah. Oh. So what was scary about Jarod's family cemetery?
Oh wow.
I mean, besides the fact it's Jarod's family, what was scary about Jarod's cemetery?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't pay attention, so it doesn't scare me. Because I know if I hone in on something, then I'm going to start hearing stuff. I'm going to start seeing stuff. So I just try not to pay attention. But everybody else was seeing things in the wood line coming out, and people was getting tapped on and touched. And whistles and stuff. And I was like, well, I didn't hear any of that. So
Emma, what's up, sister? Good to see you. Drew, what's up, sister?
Hey, Drew. Good to see you. Yeah, she sent a message earlier saying that she was going to try to make it in here tonight. I'm glad she did. I know it's late over there.
Me too.
Matter of fact, I think it's like, damn, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 1 a.m. over there.
Caucasian, what's up, fam?
What's up, Squatch? Good to see you. So now, how about places that you guys have gone that were supposed to be like really scary, but when you got out there, it was kind of like.
should I say it? In my
that's up to
opinion,
you.
my opinion in this is just because I'm the straight shooter that I am. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital didn't have crap going on.
Okay, I thought you was going to say Bobby Mackey.
Never been there. But the entire time I was at that hospital, I didn't feel, hear, or see nothing.
Fuck yeah, what's up, sister?
It was just a bad luck place, really, more than anything.
I believe that place just wants to be left alone.
Hey, bestie.
I know we also went to a cemetery, and this place was notorious for haunted, and we went there like 5 or 6 times, and we never did. Jason, what's up, brother? And we went there like 5 or 6 times.
Hey, Jason.
I never got one single video out of it because nothing ever happened. And I'm not saying that it's not haunted, because you know as well as any of us do. You may go somewhere one time, hear a million things, and go back 500 other times and never hear nothing.
Yep.
Over there on the backside of town, the Old Gate Cemetery. And like I said, we never got nothing over there. Nothing on spirit box, no EVPs, no feelings, nothing.
Wow. See, that's the same thing I've heard about Bobby Mackey's. You hear so many people talk about going out there and the activity being off the scale. And I've known people from right here in Michigan that's gone to Bobby Mackey's, and they said they spent 2 hours, didn't get a blip on a K2 meter, didn't get a whisper on a voice recorder, didn't get anything. So
see, that's the paranormal. You don't never know when you're going to get something or not, and that's why it's all. I feel like it's all based on opinion, because I went. I didn't get nothing. He might have. It's going to be different for everyone. You can't really say, yes, it's haunted. No, it's not haunted, because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Force gump it.
Yeah, JJ, I'll have to agree, sister. I've heard both bad and good come from Roberts. Yeah, some people, went and done the investigation. Went up there, super excited to go, and came back so disappointed. Said they didn't even feel anything. And then other people, would go up there doing investigations. Like, I weren't expecting to get much and everything. Heard all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I guess it's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, we've gone to places here that people swore up and down. People have got run out of before, and we'll go in there and not get a squawk or a peep. But somebody go back the next week, and they have to separate stuff. They have to cut stuff into 2 videos. They got so much.
Yeah.
So, and it's much like I was telling Jan about her video she put up last night. I'm not a big fan of doing a daytime investigation, but in the event of a homestead or something like that where there was normally a lot of activity and stuff, I think having a lot of activity among the living when it was still a new place. I think going in the daytime when there's a lot of people around, a lot of noise, kids, stuff like that, I think that would really give them something familiar to interact to or interact with. Now, cemeteries and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't want to go during the daytime when there's cars and traffic and horns honking and everything else. You want to go where it's silent.
Right. Christina, what's up, sister?
Hey, Christina, good to see you.
Yeah, man,
Welcome, welcome.
it's wild. I mean, I've heard people go to places that's not known to be, haunted or have any type of paranormal activity whatsoever, and go in there and get shadows and stuff and everything. So I believe a lot of it depends too on the person itself.
Yeah. Yep. And I keep being told by the people that care about me not to do it, but if I get into a place, but I'm stubborn, so I'll admit it. I'm kind of at certain times because I'll go into a place, and if I don't get a lot of activity, I will start instigating.
Yeah.
I will start talking a little bit more aggressively. I'll instigate just to see if I get some activity. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Right. Well, a lot of people do look down on it and everything of that, but every investigator is different. Everybody has their own method, and naturally, somewhere down the line, somebody's going to have a method that somebody don't agree with. But that don't necessarily mean wrong.
Hey, and I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still kind of fresh at this whole deal. I only been doing it for 3 years, and I learn by watching other people, see how they do it, see how aggressive or forceful they get. Um, Jay's the one who gets scared, but I push the limit.
Oh yeah, JJ's another one, man. She run into a fire, knowing she's going to get burned if she gets evidence. She's like,
No, she's running. She's running into the fire, and Jay's running back to the truck.
That's not us.
I'm probably the one that's. What are you talking about?
No, yeah, probably.
So then I take it, Laura, you're the aggressive one, and Jared's the one that runs back the car?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pretty much.
I don't run from it. No need to.
Yeah, Jay, we love you too, sister. Yeah, big shout out to Jay, too, for helping do some of that filming, man. He done a good job on those.
Pardon?
I was talking about JJ. I was talking about how Jay has, done some of the filming for her and everything on the last couple of videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're. I don't need the spoon. I'll just use my hand.
Ain't gonna be big that, bro. Stop.
Yeah, you was. Find me something else to smack you with.
Living History's Mysteries is in no way responsible for any violence seen on screen.
I'm smacking him out of love, folks. Out of love.
She loved to smack.
Slack?
So,
Slack?
So how long have you guys been doing the paranormal thing?
I don't know. We actually did that probably a couple of years.
We've been doing stuff like this since we got together.
Yeah, but I mean, like for YouTube.
For YouTube, it's only been not long, but before that, we were doing it just for fun.
Yeah, we used to do it for fun and everything. We started doing YouTube. And first, she was kind of nervous about being on camera.
I don't know about being on camera.
Yeah, me neither. I was camera shy.
You're full of crap.
But yeah, like I said, we did that for a couple of years, and I don't know, man. Like I said, but then it got to where I don't know if it was just like we said, everybody's different, with like being like sensitive and on different levels to it and everything. So maybe just us, but it got to where we started having like a lot of bad luck every single time we go do an investigation. Something would happen to the vehicle or the location, or something happened to the trip, somebody get sick. Everything. Then it started getting where it was affecting us here at home and stuff. And I told her, I said, we got talking. We just like it just ain't worth it.
Especially you had the
second
thing at the hospital.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of affecting you at home and stuff like that, I mean, you guys are right there in basically one of the earliest colonized areas in the southern states. And I know you've ran across some old cemeteries. We were talking, a little bit ago about, some of the graveyards and the cemeteries and stuff. Has anything ever followed you guys home from an investigation?
Yes, quite a few times. The first one we had was a little boy.
About 8 or 9. His name's Adam.
Named Adam. Then later on after that, there was a lady. We went to Gainesboro, Tennessee, up to the Gaines house, which was an old Civil War field hospital. And first time it had ever been investigated on YouTube. We was the first ones to do that with Mads Entertainment. And we went up there and did that when we came back and everything. I kept having these dreams of a woman, and you could just feel like a heaviness here at the house. And she didn't like Laura. Laura's stuff was constantly missing. Her devices, everything was always getting screwed up. I mean, it was just crazy and everything. So, like I say, it just seemed to just kind of snowball after that.
Wow. So the little boy actually made himself known?
He was a guardian over the kids.
Yeah, he loved them.
He still is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's been with us since Angus was, 5 or 6?
Yeah, Angus is 18 now, and about when he was 5 or 6 is when we went to that cemetery, and that's when he followed us home. And I mean, we've even had people come by to visit and everything. He's like, "Hey, who's the other little boy?"
That's Adam.
That is so cool.
Yeah, not when you make him mad.
Yeah,
he threw my jewelry box at my head.
Yeah, it just flew off the little shelf.
And I told him, I said, "You listen here now. Them's my youngins, and when they get in trouble, that's it. And you're going to get in trouble too." He didn't do that no more.
Yeah, you better get to Dr. J.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure your truck smelled really good yesterday when you crawled in it, and it smelled like somebody sprayed a whole can of Lysol. Oh wait, somebody did spray a whole can of Lysol in it.
At least it was Lysol. I use straight bleach.
Jamie make me pay. Jamie paying my horse since we were in Tennessee. Surely not Jay. Come on now.
Now, when they were up here, Jay was on his best behavior. We didn't have a single problem with him.
Why do I feel like you're fibbing? I feel like that's a bow-faced lie.
I don't lie. I'm a professional fisherman.
No, sure. All right.
I just stretch it out a little bit.
Okay. So, in other words, he's a gynecologist.
Yeah.
Let me see here. My little girl Spirit played on the trampoline. You'd hear it creak and nobody on it. Ours does that too. Ours does that too. Oh, ready to throw me the chicken coop and the unused end. I got no sleep. Where was the most disturbing experience that you guys have had? Sasquatch just asked.
That's actually a good question, Squatch.
Would you like to tell them about the time that I got almost possessed here? I didn't see it. I was doing the Estes method.
You were doing the Estes method one night. We was on a live stream. And she was doing the Estes method and just started going deeper and deeper into it. And I was trying to get her out of it. She wouldn't do it. Everything scared me. I got my holy water and I sprayed her with it. Man, she went nuts. She turned and looked at me. I mean, she's just like an animal and everything. I was like, all right, time to get him, Jesus.
He made me very angry slinging that holy water all over me.
It worked though.
No, because then like the last 4 hours after that, I was having really terrible issues. They ended the live stream, and then we had to do sage and holy water and prayer and all that stuff.
Yeah, JJ, water on me all the time.
Which I came into this relationship with attachments already, so I've had attachments since I was little.
Oh, wow. That's definitely interesting, because there's a lot of people that, I guess when they're young, they try to block them out or shut them out so they don't, what's the word? They don't live in that constant fear of being startled or surprised or caught off guard. That's it.
Yeah.
So, do you keep sage and tourmaline? Do you keep sage and tourmaline on your car?
No, I wear
tourmaline all the time. I got my cross. I have a tourmaline necklace and a bracelet. I got all kinds of stuff. Like I said, we kept with us.
I keep all my my crucifix and my medals and stuff with me.
JJ says, so Laura and I had the same life. I had attachments out before. That's why we all get along together.
I came into this relationship with 2 attachments. And then recently I've gained about 4 more. So I have 6 constant attachments with me all the time.
And welcome to Living History's Mysteries. Drew will be back momentarily. He's been having some technical difficulties.
He touched a button and there he went. Like a fart in the wind, he flew away.
He's been around me too long.
He's touching stuff that he ought not be touching. So, he says there's snow on the Alps and he's going to try to keep it going. No promises. So, Jarod King TV, how you been?
I've been doing pretty good. Been a little bit under the weather, but feeling a little better now.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. All right. Funny story. Here a while back, anybody that watches my streams knows that I'm not good with things.
He's dumb.
And I like touching things.
He does.
Which is not a good combination. By any means. So, we was on a stream, and I was, just messing with stuff and everything, and wound up kicking myself off my own stream.
We took over, no worries.
Yeah, I actually didn't kick me out.
I did on mine.
Like I said, we have snow coming in, and it's starting to. Matter of fact, we've dropped 2 more degrees since we started the stream.
Good. Yes, brother.
We're down 37 degrees now. We were at 71 4 hours ago.
Drew, I am actually a magnet. I draw the spirits to myself without meaning to. The other Drew. Drew in the chat. I can wear crystals from head to toe, repellent, and it's not going to work. I am a magnet.
JJ, we love y'all too.
Oh, wow.
I have an extreme kinetic energy.
A
beacon, so to speak.
Yeah, but that's what happened, guys. Apparently our weather is starting to because we've even gone from clear to cloudy in the last hour, so
oh man.
that would explain why.
weather, any type of weather here, our internet is just.
A squirrel could be outside and fart and it'll blow our internet out. What are you talking about?
Well, the reason I done that two-parter the other night with the trivia was, we got about a half hour or so into the trivia, and all of a sudden the internet just completely went out. The computer, my phones, my wife's phone, everything was still showing Wi-Fi connection, but there was no Wi-Fi in the house. And after going through the whole hour of computerized scanning of the modem and crap like that, they finally gave me to a tech, and in a half hour he realized that there was a corruption in my modem and done a factory restart, cleaned it up. And so that's when you guys popped in, was just after 10 o'clock here, when right after I started part 2 without the tech issues. So oh yeah, Drew, most definitely.
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting some flurries over soon, maybe.
Old poop. It's too warm to get it here.
I'll be surprised.
Oh,
you remember that time it snowed on Halloween?
I was 10.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I was trick-or-treating it.
You was what?
I was 10 when it snowed on Halloween here in Tennessee. That's the last time it done that.
Yeah, man.
I remember it well because my grandma and grandma took me, and they made me walk in front of the car. They tired of me open the door, closing the door, open the door, closing the door. They said, just walk it. Okay.
So you were what, doing the Rudolph thing? Oh, Laura, with your nose so bright, won't you guide the car tonight? I mean,
I was doing the don't open this door again until you're done with your trick-or-treating.
Jan, have a drink for me, sister.
I wanted my candy. Don't take me home yet. I'll walk.
That's actually not unusual here. We normally have at least snow flurries. Sometimes we have showers on Halloween. I think it was last year we actually had snow showers, probably the last half hour of trick-or-treating. So yeah, that's not at all. Now, when I was growing up, it was happened to always be thunderstorms, which thank God our costumes were made out of plastic and they were waterproof.
Yep. Yeah, I'm having enough for all of you, but well,
you'll have to have a double portion for me because I don't drink on a regular basis at all. I refrain from the spirits. I have enough spirits.
Wish we got snow around in the city. Yeah, Jason, man, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Definitely be a change.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. That's one really bad thing I think that I would miss about living any place else in this country. Is at least on Christmas Day, I want snow on the ground. Now, I mean, it could be 60 degrees the rest of the year. I wouldn't wish it, but I mean, I want snow on Christmas Day.
Man, that's what I've been wanting. That's the only thing I've been wanting for Christmas since
forever,
as far back as I can remember. Everybody's asking me, "What are you going for Christmas this year?" I don't.
Snow.
White Christmas. Want snow.
So the last one we got was the year that we were together. We first got together when it was actually on Christmas.
That's what it was the whole time.
I swear to God, if you blame me, I'm going to strangle you with a crucifix.
Now, I mean, if you guys want some winter snow, just saying, don't get it in at home. Just, I'll let you know when it snows over towards Mom and Dad's place. Y'all just drive over that way, hit Lantana Road, go up the plateau, and you'll have your snow to play in.
Right on.
I'll even let Mom and Dad know you're coming, so Mom makes some non-spirited hot cocoa, and Jared could go lay in their front yard and make little snow Jareds.
Now, you can imagine us pulling up to their place without warning they'd be calling the law. There's somebody here who's got purple hair and some weirdo with a big nose, and they're out in my yard making snow angels.
All you gotta do is walk up on the porch and say, "We know your son. He said you had snow. We didn't over home." And Mom would say, "Okay, I'll get the cocoa going." You know how country folk are down there. They don't call the law unless they got to.
Yeah. And let me tell you, man, like I said, man, you got that Southern hospitality, and you don't leave unless you're fed.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm fat. I like food. As long as it ain't pork, I'll eat it.
Yeah, that's my meat. I love me some pork.
Beef and chicken and fish.
I like that too. Well, not fish.
Gotta love it. I'm not a big pork fan myself, but you give me a steak or a nice piece of fried chicken. My big butt is right there enjoying every bit of it.
Dang. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, you guys see that? Jan, y'all come to her house. You get mountain breakfast and lots of love.
Ooh, don't tell me that, sister. I'll be there in the morning when you wake up.
Here's the slight problem. I don't eat breakfast foods either.
I do.
I don't like them. I won't eat them.
You don't eat biscuits and gravy?
Nope.
Something wrong with her.
You know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I'll strangle you later.
Oh, Lord.
Yay!
Captain Caveman, howdy. Welcome.
It's because of my raising, the reason why I don't eat pork or breakfast foods.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My daughter has a real good friend that comes over and stays just about every weekend. She don't eat any kind of pork either. And we'll make biscuits and gravy, or we'll do like fried potatoes, sausage, and eggs or something for dinner some night. Do the whole breakfast for dinner thing. And she's eating ramen noodle. She cannot eat it. She'll sit there and stare at us eating it and say, "Oh my God, that looks so good. I wish I could eat it." But she won't eat it.
I don't eat eggs either, Jake.
Jen knows. Willow. I'll eat yours. Set biscuits.
Go ahead, mine. You lay me out some meat and I'll fix my own. Fry me up.
There you go.
Leave a little blood in it though.
I want mine done at least. I don't want to hear it, coughing.
Well, it ain't wrong, but it's not
coughing.
I don't want to bite it and say "ow."
Well, we all know now when we get Jarod and Lora over that the steaks are done. Well, at least Jared's. He don't want his still mooing, chewing its cud, or pooping on his plate.
Well, it's not that it's raw. I like that pink line through the middle that's got just a little bit of blood. It gives it flavor.
Don't let her tell you that. We went to a restaurant and she told him, "Just dehorn it, wipe its butt, and send it in."
Sounds like my mom with everything. Hamburgers, steak.
It's like, okay, listen. If you cook it right and it's done right, you don't need steak sauce. If I'm putting steak sauce on it, that means it ain't cooked right.
Yeah, bacon. Now you're talking. I'll eat bacon if it's soft, crunchy, burnt. I don't care. Bacon I'll eat anyway.
That's the only exception to the pork rule, because bacon is not pork, it's bacon. Bacon is its own situation, and I can eat that all day and all night long. But now, anything else that's pork, I won't eat it. Bacon
Well,
is
I'll tell you what. I ever get y'all up this way, I'll smoke some bacon. Make bacon jerky out of it.
I don't care if it's smoked or if it's drunk. I'll eat it.
Everybody looks at the smoked bacon and says, "Ooh, it's still soft." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it don't get hard when you smoke it." I said,
Yeah.
"But you can chew on it for hours."
Yes,
And
sir.
every time you take 2 or 3 little chips on it and suck, and it's just fresh bacon juice.
Everybody get that flavor exploding in your mouth.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. I can't do the chewy.
Well, brother, I hate to, but we're gonna have to hunt down. We have another engagement we got to get to. But man, thank you so much for having us up. We definitely need to get together, do it again. And dude, I'm
But
going like, hey, if you don't have anything planned, you're welcome to have a spot if you want to come up and hang out with us.
sounds good.
All right, brother. We still appreciate it, man. Thanks each and every one of you guys. Be sure to smash that like button. Share it out. If you're new, subscribe.
If you're
Show my
not,
brother some love.
unsubscribe, then subscribe again.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Seriously, man, we gotta
But
get my
I'm
brother.
going to call it 2 guys. The wife just got home from work. She wants to spend a little time with me. We got a baby shower this weekend, and I got a video to work on for Sunday. So
She wants to spend time with him. He must be in trouble.
Yeah, he done something.
no, believe it or not, this is the first time in like 3 years she's wanted to spend time with me that she's not wanted to whip my butt. So I mean, I'm feeling all
Hey, you've done something
blessed
good
today.
Run! It's a trick.
It probably is, honestly. It probably is. But you guys have a good evening. Thanks for coming in and sharing some time with us.
Thanks,
Everybody else, have a good night. Take care. God bless you. God love you. We do. We'll catch y'all later. Y'all take care.
I'll be in touch, brother.
All right, buddy. Sounds good.